You're originally from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. What was it like growing up there, and how did it shape you?
Growing up in Baton Rouge, it was tough, but like to me, it was fun. You know, I adapted to it. I wouldn't say Baton Rouge is a good place to go, but it's not a bad place to be from. I love it. So, and it shaped me. I can say it made me tougher. Like you come from Baton Rouge, you got to be tough, and it's just I just love the culture of Baton Rouge.
How were you introduced to basketball?
Well, when I was younger, my older brother, he played sports. So when he go to the court or go outside with his friends, I'd be just always with him. And I always had a basketball in my hand, so we used to always go to the gym. And I've been hooping since I was like 6.
So you were just that little annoying kid that used to tag along.
Yeah, always around my brother.
And then as you grew up and you really started finding a love for basketball, what did it represent to you as a kid, and even through your early teen years? Like, what did it start to mean to you?
I really started falling in love with basketball like my 8th grade year, for real. So ever since 8th grade, like basketball just been my life. Like everything I did was around basketball, and I just feel like, to me, basketball is everything. Like I feel like, I know it's probably not good to say, but without basketball, I don't think I'd be me. So basketball is everything to me.
And so it's funny you say that without basketball, you wouldn't be you. Is that how people who personally know you, is that how they would describe you? Or how would people closest to you describe you when the gym lights are off?
When the gym lights off, I'm very goofy, so I laugh a lot. I like to joke. And really, listen to music, that's one thing I'll probably do every day. I love listening to music.
You attended Scotlandville Magnet High School, where you had 4 straight state championships. During your senior year, you were the number 12 high school team in the entire nation. Louisiana Sports Writer Association All-State Choice as a senior, and the 2 previous years you were honorable mention. And during your senior year, you averaged essentially 19 points per game, handpicked for multiple All-Star games, selected to all tournament teams, countless high school accolades. How did playing for Carlos Sample, former Southern basketball star, and playing alongside such talented players help you as a player?
Going to Scotlandville really helped me as a player, because Coach Sample, he was tough on us. Like he didn't let nothing slide. Practices was every day 3 hours. We was running on the track every morning. Like it was grind time in Scotlandville. And my whole 4 years there, I think he helped me shape to the man I am today. And playing with good players that played at Scotlandville, like Javante Smart, Reese Beekman, you know, I'm close to them guys. Like they helped me also, you know, they pros. So just playing against them every day, you know, they helped me be a better basketball player all around.
What was your experience like? And I mean, you kind of touched on it, but how did it mold you into the player you are now, considering you really stepped into a bigger role your senior year and you kind of really blossomed? So what was that experience like?
Just having confidence. You know, I watched Javante Smart, you know, who scored a lot of buckets, and being around him, you know, that kind of made me want to, you know, do what he was doing. Like he was just pulling up, you know, shooting with confidence, and when you shoot with confidence, you know, the ball go in, you stay in the gym. So, and I saw his work ethic. He was always in the gym before practice, after practice, breaking the sweat. So he really just helped me, you know, just stay on my grind.
Enter your college journey. Was the transition to playing collegiate basketball difficult for you?
I would say my freshman year, probably the first few games, you know, the pace was different. You know, you got to learn, like, every team scout, like, everybody's going to scout. They're going to play you to your weaknesses. Like, it's a lot of stuff you got to learn. I think my freshman year, I learned a lot.
And then East Central Community College seemed like a turning point statistically in college. Obviously, we saw in high school how you could score, but at East Central, you averaged 26 points per game. What clicked for you there? Was it just the system, the coaches, or the all-around experience of letting you be you?
I'd say the coach letting me be me. You know, I went to East Central, and he told me, like, I'm gonna let you be you. Like, I understand you. You know, we had a good talk, me and Coach Shields, and he was all about letting me be me. And when that happened, you know, I took advantage of it, and I became a scorer that I always been.
It's not uncommon for players in today's day and age of collegiate athletes to make multiple stops throughout their college career. You made 6, all different roles, different stories that shaped you into who you are. When you hear that number and look back at your college career, because you are in your final year of college basketball, how does it make you feel?
Just blessed. I feel like, everybody path different. And, sometimes you just in situations you can't control. Like, your coach leave, you get new coaches. That was one of my situations. And, a new coach come in, he might want his guys. He might want to recruit his own team. So I feel like it was just, every step for me was learning, and God just blessed me with the journey to, travel to different schools. And I learned that every school was a learning point for me. So I think it really helped me.
So to go all the way back to your early years, you played at Austin Peay as a freshman where you did earn some starts and then you shifted to Radford. What did those seasons teach you as your first stops, especially coming off so much high school success?
To just stay with it. It's going to be ups and downs. And in high school, I feel like, my team was really stacked. So we had a lot of ups. It wasn't really, a lot of down moments. So in college, everyone's good. It's not just a couple guys, so it was a good transition. But I feel like just learning like the team you play for, how the coach wants you to play, and just filling that role.
Your time at Southern, which was your 4th stop, ended earlier than expected. You were having a lot of success at the time that this happened, leading the conference in scoring, led the way in taking down an AP top 25 team. What did that season and those moments teach you about yourself?
When things going good, just stay yourself. Don't change. Just be you, and things gonna fall into place. I think when I went to Southern, I was having a good season, and I really think I just had to learn how to handle success good. Like, I was having a successful year with me and the team, so I really think that whole season taught me, like, when I'm doing good, learn how to handle it. And I never been in that situation until then, so I think I learned from that.
A lot of people were calling you the villain during the season, especially with the way it ended and not knowing, all the sides of the story. How did that whole situation impact you, and how was it handling the transition?
I wouldn't say it really impacted me in no way. It's just, I feel like I just gave my all to Southern, and that was just that. So I wouldn't say that, but it was rumors going around. But I think my mom helped me a lot with that. Just to stay focused. Like, don't worry about that. People gonna say what they want to say. Like, just let things be. Like, the truth don't come out at the end of the day. So I really didn't let that faze me, and yes, I wanted to end the season, but unfortunately I didn't. But I was at every game. Me and my mom, she made sure that I was at every game, cheering my teammates on. I still had teammates on the team, and I talked to all of them, so I let them know, and they know as well, like, I was at every game.
Was there ever a point where you questioned continuing your journey of college basketball, especially during that Southern season?
No, I always wanted to continue to keep playing, so that wasn't a question. The biggest thing was how was I going to respond from this? Like, I was new to the situation, and I didn't know how to feel at first, but as time went on, like I said, my mom, she kind of helped me with this, like, get through everything. And some of the teammates as well, like, they were sending texts, like, before every game, like, 3 we with you, everybody called me 3, that's my number, so, they was texting me, so there was a lot of people getting me through that, but I think it just boils down to, like, you just gotta shake back from it. Like, everything is not a bad thing, it's a lesson, so you just learn.
And then you ended up at UTSA the next season. How were you able to mentally reset going into the 24-25 season?
At the beginning, it was very challenging because I had to sit out like the first 9 games of non-conference, so getting my rhythm back and coming back and playing a lot of minutes, it was different because I never like really set out into the end of Southern and the beginning of UTSA, so it was kind of hard for me to get my rhythm back because all my life I never had to sit out. But other than that, I feel like it was just a learning curve. Like, that was probably one of the biggest stops I ever been at, so it was a learning curve there too. Just better competition, bigger players all the way around. It's just.
So for your final season, you came back to the SWAC and you are now playing at Prairie View A&M. You're averaging over 20 points per game, and at one point you were averaging over 23. Is this about opportunity, confidence, or closing out your college career with a bang?
I feel like it's just me, getting back to myself, and also knowing this is my last year, I want to go out with a bang. Also want to go out winning, so I'm going out there playing my hardest, whether it's me, I got to get 20 plus for the team, or whether that's less than 20 for the team for the win. But I'm doing whatever it takes to win, so I'm going out playing hard every game.
So now that you're here in your final season, who are you playing for now?
Always the guys that's in the gym with me 24/7, the coaches, my teammates. But on the outside, I got my support system with my mom, my dad, my sisters, my brother. I got little nephews, I got a little niece. They all look up to me. They come to some games they can make. But I got a lot of people depending on me, so it's just a lot. But you gotta learn how to handle it. And
so what version of yourself are you most proud of right now, especially after looking back at your journey? Like, you're so much older, you've gone through so many trials and tribulations and a lot of growth. So what are you most proud of, and what version of yourself are you most proud of?
I'm just really proud of myself for staying with it. Some people probably would have folded in my shoes, gave up. Probably would have doubted themselves, like, can I keep going? I stayed with it. Stay with the grind, and like I said, everybody's path different. Like, you never know what can happen, and I'm starting off with a great season, so just staying with it.
And then last question, actually I might ask some fun ones, but what lessons from your journey would you pass on to younger players navigating uncertainty, whether it's high schoolers or your nephews when they get older and want to hoop? Like, what are just some things you've learned that you think are need to know information to pass on?
Just being humble and learning how to listen. I feel like if I would have knew that in my early careers, I think I would have been a way better player. I would have been a way better player to most of the coaches I played for. So I really think listening to your coaches and listening to the message, not the tone, and just being humble all around. It's gonna be ups and downs in this game. Everybody's not perfect, so just being humble.
So thank you for answering all those. Let's get into some fun ones and some things people may not know about you. What is your go-to pregame meal?
McDonald's.
That's interesting choice. What from McDonald's is your go-to?
Get too hot and spicy, small fry, something to drink with it. You'll be all right.
And then who is your favorite artist to listen to overall, or your favorite pregame song that just gets you turned and ready for the game?
Anything NBA Youngboy. He got whatever you need, he got it. Go search it up. It's there.
And then your favorite memory of playing basketball, whether it's high school, college, as a little kid, what is your favorite memory?
My favorite memory will always be winning 4 state championships, but I think recently, I would say going back to Baton Rouge, playing Southern in my hometown. I got to see most of my family there, so that was like a big thing for me.
I saw it was the Scooter fan club. Like, you have more fans than the home team.
Yeah,